One of the hardest things to do in life is understanding what career is best for you. So what I thought I'd do in this video today is talk about what is a good way to select a career for yourself that you're going to enjoy for a long time. One of the challenges I had was when I was 18 was trying to decide what career was best for myself. And this is a hard thing to answer when you're so young. So in my journey, instead of going into university, because at the time I couldn't afford it, as a first generation born Australian, this was something that I felt was a little bit out of reach for myself. So I took a different pathway. And maybe sometimes taking a different pathway might be the way to go to get to your future career that you think will be best for you. So in this video, what I'm going to do is talk about different strategies you can take to identify what may be the best career for you so it aligns with your goals, whether you wish to stay in Australia or when you go back home to your home country, that's going to benefit you in the long run. Welcome, friend, for joining Education Without Borders today. My name is Rob Tijanovic, and my goal is to help you to build the skills and knowledge that creates value for you and your family in the future. As you heard earlier, our goal is to help you to build a career and identify what is the best potential course that you may be considering to study that will help you with your long-term planning. When I was younger, it was very hard for me to decide what I wanted to study when I finished my high school. So I took a different route. I actually joined the Defence Force when I was 17 because I just didn't know what I wanted to do in life. And having not so much money available to me was the best option. So later in life, I tried a number of different types of jobs. I went from the military to industrial construction to working in logistics to eventually finding my way into education, more so like adult education, and now also migration agency and business consulting and career coaching. And it's absolutely something that I love to do, but it wasn't a clear pathway to get to that stage. I kind of zigzagged a lot to finally find what I really enjoyed doing. I didn't understand at the time that you could undertake what we call loans and things like that. Wasn't just, it was something that was just not part of my nature. And trying to go into debt was something that I tried to avoid for my future. One of the first things I would do is work out what are some of the jobs that I feel that I may be really good at. So I'd make a list of 4 or 5 different type of jobs that I feel that maybe might be suited to me. And then I'd go and grab a piece of paper. So one thing that I found that helps me and I think may help you is to grab a piece of paper and then draw a line right down the center of the screen. And then on the left-hand side, what you can do is work out what are the things are you good at? So what am I good at? What are the things that I enjoy doing? What am I good at? And then on the right-hand side of the piece of paper, maybe you can write what are the things that you're not so good at as a step. And then you can see what things you enjoy doing, what things you don't enjoy doing. And then of those things, what I would suggest is if you've got, say, like 10 or 15 or 20 different things, why don't you circle the top 5 things that you're really good at on the left-hand side, and then what you're not so good at on the right-hand side. So now that you've created your list, what you can do is look at kind of occupations or job roles that kind of have those things as strengths in your potential job. So let's say, for example, if you're really great at communicating, what kind of job requires communication? Or if you're a strategic thinker, what type of jobs require strategic thinking? If you enjoy maths, those kind of things. If you don't like manual labor, then what involves the least amount of manual labor in that type of job? And then you can kind of start to narrow down some of the things that you enjoy doing and don't enjoy doing. But I also do suggest that you maybe have in the front of your mind, what are some things that you feel like you may be great at in a job as well. So now that I've compared the jobs that I like versus the jobs that I originally wrote down to work at some of the things that I enjoy doing, the next thing to do now is to look at doing some research. So now I'm going to jump online, have a look at the type of work that it involves, maybe the salary it involves, maybe the different types of studies that I need to take to do to get into a role in that position. And then I can look at developing a career plan. Now, in this career plan, I might work out, for example, so if I really wanted to be a CEO of a company, now in that case, I might need to work out, well, my end goal is to complete a master's degree in business. Now, before I do that, I need to maybe look at what are other courses that I might need to take to get to that point. What are some of the experiences that I need to gain to be able to study in those areas? What are some of the jobs that I would need to do to build me to get that experience, then to do those qualifications? Sometimes you might have to do them as you go along together to become a very rounded, successful CEO. So you could apply that same process to any other particular job that you may be interested in building as a career for the future. A question that might come up is, well, Rob, what happens if I have no idea what these 4 or 5 different types of jobs that I feel that I might like? What do I do then? So in that situation, going back to your paper that you've developed, the next thing I would do is maybe talk to your close friends, your 3 or 4 close friends, and ask them, what is it that you feel that I'm really good at? So for example, so your friends might say that you're very well organized, or you like to plan things out, or those kind of things. And you can look at that kind of feedback and ask your friends, why do you think that I'm good at planning, or why do you think I'm good at helping people? Can you give me some more information? That way you're then starting to break it down even further to why your friends feel like that you're really good in a certain area. And then you can look at, well, how does that also relate to other potential occupations that you can apply your skills to? Another area that you can explore is maybe undertaking a few of those free online career guidance programs as well. Now, in the links below, I will provide you with 2 links that you could undertake, maybe to give you a better idea of what are some of the things that you do like, don't like, and it will give you an idea of what type of different maybe job vocation that may be more relevant to you than what you think, based on what you like and what you don't like. And finally, one of the other big things that I would suggest is, once you've identified the type of occupation or the job that you want to undertake, also do some research in the job market and maybe Google or put the wording in for your specific job search engine that you may have back home or in Australia. So in Australia, for example, we have seek.com.au, and I'll put a link below as well and share that with you. That maybe gives you an idea of how many positions are available in that particular job area. So If it's a highly specialized area, let's say, for example, you decide you want to become a anthropologist. Now, there may not be so many jobs available in that area, or a zookeeper, so they might be quite limited to how many vacancies there are in that particular area. So it pays to do some research and identify where are the opportunities. So, for example, there's opportunities in aged care, there's opportunities in children's services, there's opportunities in commercial cookery, there's opportunities in business management. So you try to find, with the things that you love doing, and with the things that you enjoy doing, are there opportunities in that area to gain successful employment? Because if you look at creating a career and you find it difficult to actually find a job in that area, is it really worth your time and effort and the money you spend to build your skills to get into that profession? So something to really think about from that point of view. So if you've undertaken all those different things that we've talked about today, and you feel that you still need some guidance, please feel free to book in a 1-hour consultation with myself, and I'd be more than happy to have a further chat with you. I hope you found this video useful in helping you to identify the career that is right for you.